Need to move those buttons a little bit or get myself one of those fancy little boards that I can push the buttons on it. Makes it a lot easier. What do they call those things? There's a name for it and I can't think of it. Welcome to the Build Show. I'm your host over here at the Empower Gaming Studio, Ben Estrino. And tonight, Max is just showing up here. Mr. Max, go lay down. Come on. Tonight we're going to be building / upgrading. So we're going to change it up a little bit. So as you can see behind me. Oh, hello there. Yeah, back there. You can see that I already have a PC that is built. So why are we here at the Build Show? Well, we're not just building a PC tonight, we're just upgrading. So, but it's pretty much like a full new PC what we're doing to it. So we're gonna break this down. All right, guys. Here we have Dave's computer. Everybody say hello to Dave's computer. Hello, Dave's computer. Dave's computer is actually a beast. It is a beast of a PC right here that we have in front of us. The only problem that we had was it's Intel. We've also got some other strange stuff with the components that was selected originally when we built it out. But he wanted to switch to AMD, and he also wanted to go into a bigger case with a bigger cooler. So really what's going to happen here is we are going to take the GPU, the RAM, the storage, and the power supply out of this system. And then we're putting it all in a new case with new fans, with a new cooler. A lot of new stuff coming in. Almost a new PC, except for the GPU, the RAM, the storage, and the power supply. That's really the remaining pieces here. So not only do we have to build a PC, we also have to take this one apart. At least what we need out of it. And this one I actually built not too long ago. So that's kind of the sad thing. He ended up purchasing all the parts, I believe. And then we never got around, or we had a conversation about AMD and everything. And then kind of triggered the idea. Oh, there's the music. Well, hello there, music. Welcome back. Hey, what's up? What is up, Army Vet? Welcome back to the Build Show. But did you use an ESD strap? No, I did not use the static strap. Okay, get out of here. Sit up. Come on, get out. Sorry, Max is over here just... Max is over here being a crazy dog right now. Max, what is your deal? What? I'm building. I can't right now. I can't. He wants me to play. Couldn't help myself. Well. What GPU is that? I believe this is the 40... I think it's a 4090? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 4090. 99% sure. If my memory serves me correctly. And Dave, if you're on here, you can always pipe in as well and correct me. But we've got a Seasonic, I believe it's a Seasonic power supply. 1200 watt, if I remember correctly. This is a 4090, and we have an Intel i9 13900K or 14900K under there, and plenty of RAM and storage. But we're making the switch. That's the big deal, is we're making the switch to AMD. That is the main purpose of the build, and also going into the bigger case for better cooling, because we're going to do a 420 millimeter AIO instead of the 360. It just wasn't enough with this setup. At least I think that's what we were at. LOL, probably. It makes so much more sense now. Oh my god, that's it. Intel themselves, when putting together a 14th gen CPUs, didn't use the static strap. That's why all the CPUs are overvolting. Oh my gosh, Tat. Hit the nail. Hit the... Yeah, you got it. But now AMD is so much better most of the time. Yes, most of the time AMD is better. Did you guys check out my cinematic persuasion video? What if Team Red was the dark side? I just had a little fun throwing that together. I do have a bunch more videos coming out, rolling out here. I'm going to be doing at least a monthly, because I'm slow right now. Hardware update. So I will be doing those at least monthly. I'm going to try to get it down, you know, get a process down in place to where I could do it weekly, and then I'll start doing it weekly or bi-weekly at the you know, I'll probably go monthly and then do bi-weekly and then try to squeeze it into weekly if there is enough news worthy enough to talk about, you know. The dark side. I loved that video. I really enjoyed putting that together. I want to do more of something like that, and I did get a little lazy towards the end of the video where I just showed a spinning box. Now I'm like, yeah, this needs something. So there's more that I want to do to that video. I just didn't have enough time because it took me almost half a day to put that thing together, and it was it shouldn't take me that long, but it does, because I just get too... I'm a perfectionist when it comes to trying to deliver. So then I get so far into a project and I take too long doing it, and then towards like the end I'm just like, okay, let's just get this done. I can't do this anymore with my video edits. I'm terrible at video editing. So I'll probably have to eventually have somebody do it for me to at least get things out in a timely fashion. Well, I gotta go do some stuff, but I'll be back in like 30 minutes if y'all still here. Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a good couple hours building this bad boy. I'm gonna be tearing this apart because we're doing an upgrade for it, and then putting it in a new case with new fans and a new cooler. We're also doing a platform change from Intel to AMD, so there's a lot of work that's gonna be here. So we're gonna be here for a little while. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I don't even know where to start. How about that? How about we start with I don't know where to start? Because there's so much here. We got the vertical card. I guess we could start with just removing that and getting that out of the way. That has to come out. I'm going to keep the card vertical in the new case, and we're actually going to use the same vertical bracket. That'll help with some time. I'm going to take this card outside and blow it out. I did not do that before the stream. You know, been prepared for a stream. Yeah, right. So there's some cleaning that we'll have to do before we put the components into the new case. I'm going to start by getting rid of this second glass panel here. I mean, yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see the light, or the light shows the dust there. There's a little bit of dust. Alright, how do we want to tackle this card? I guess we'll start with the power cord. Yep. But it's just kind of backwards from the build. So first of all, we're just gonna back up and build a build backwards. Right? And then we'll build a build forward. we're already in a pickle. If you build it, they will come. Isn't that the truth? What on earth happened to this thing? Just does not want to come out of the slot. Okay, we got it out finally. There we go. There's our GPU. Removed from the system. All right. So that's that. Now we need the RAM, the storage, and the power supply. The rest of the system is going to stay in place. Do. Oh. What kind of case are we using for this upgrade? Well, we're going from the Lian Li, let me fix that. We're going from the Lian Li Evo, O11 Dynamic Evo to the O11 Dynamic Evo XL. So we're just going bigger. This wasn't big enough. The primary reason why we're going to the XL is so we can get a 420 millimeter AIO in there and do 140 millimeter fans throughout the build, except for the rear. The rear is a 120. But the 3 on the bottom and the 3 on the side will be 140s, and then the cooler on the top will actually be a 140 as well. 3 140s. I gotta remember, this one is our boot drive. No, it should not be that difficult. Am I doing it backwards or something? No. Doing what I do. Haha, said no woman ever. That's true. Now, I don't remember what other storage we used. I think we used one here. We might have used one here or here. I'm not sure. So, I could definitely see one under here. We'll start there. I just can't remember how many SSDs we added. Oh, come on. What did I do to deserve this? Nice. That thermal pad was holding on tight. Storage drive number 2. Yes, we do. Storage drive number 3. Okay. Simplified Eco, I think you had 3, and I put another one in afterwards a couple of months ago. I'm the owner. What's up, Dave? Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while. I work on a ton of people's PCs, as Dadbot actually had a conversation with me. I had a full explanation as to why why his RAM wasn't right for his AMD CPU when he was actually running an Intel CPU. It was because I mixed up the person I was talking to. Because I work with a ton of different people on a given day. That was a very humbling moment, like, oh yeah, you're an idiot, Ben. That was while Dadbod's PC was in here. Bruh, I'm running Intel. Oh, forget what I said then. Aha. There is. So just out of curiosity, if you took this apart, Dave, I would have seen this when I did the build originally, but if you look carefully here, you can see a little bit of damage right here on this PCIe riser cable. The plastic's broken on it, and I think that might have been when you tried to remove the card to get to the SSD. Is that correct? I don't think it's going to do anything, but definitely something. Those PCI riser cables are super sensitive, so anytime they have any damage, it's an automatic. If your GPU starts doing weird stuff, that is the very first thing we're looking at. That's the only reason why I'm calling it out. I'm not trying to be an idiot or a jerk. I'm just saying, in the future, if we come across any GPU issues and we're using that riser cable, that is the first thing we should target. Okay, we've gotten all 4 SSDs out. I'd be putting numbers on those things. No, it's fine. The only one that really matters is the boot drive. The rest of them should be fine as long as it's plugged into a slot. Windows should identify it. I'm not too concerned about that. Oh. And I've lined them up over here, top to bottom, so I know, kind of, unless I move them by mistake, which I probably will end up doing, because I'm an idiot. Alright, so we've got everything unplugged that we need from this side, I believe. So we're going to flip this over and get to that power supply. do. Also looks like we're missing a screw there. That was probably... Pull these through if we can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I loaded up all these cables. Most of them, anyway. Do. Really? Aw, dang. Well, if we ain't confident... Not that I'm not confident, it's just that if we ever see any GPU issues, like weird artifacting or performance issues, that's the very first thing that we target. Just telling you so I don't forget, or if I forget, then you remember. Hey Ben, remember that? Remember that riser? I'm not saying that it is for sure damage to that point, because I haven't fired up the PC or anything, so I wouldn't worry about it. But in the future, if we do have weird issues, that would be the #1 thing that we would target. But yeah, if you wanted me to put it in the normal position, I could. You don't have to do the vertical bracket. Your call, sir. Okay, so this should just come right out at this point. Oh yeah, look at that. Because I'm pretty good at this, right? Alright, so we've gotten everything we need out of this system. We got the power supply, the graphics card, the RAM, and the 4 SSDs all out. Now I'm going to put Humpty Dumpty back together. I'll make sure I blow them out before I give them back, so it's nice and clean for you. So if you do plan to sell all this, then it'll be clean. Yeah, a lot of its weight is gone, by the way. All right. I had a Monster Hunter Rise crash on me a few times recently, but I've never deep dived into figuring out why. Oh. Well, if you want, we could just throw that in there. CPU was crashing games, only CPU issue I had. Yeah, so that is actually one thing with that game specifically, okay, guys? I've helped several people already who have contacted me to do a remote session. Field dressing the PC, exactly, Army Vet. You sent the NZXT AIO back today. Now to wait for Sun to get a new one. Tell him to go take a look at the Thermalright ones. You know? But, anyway, sorry. So, specifically with Black Myth, I've had quite a few people reach out to me to do a remote support session to assist with CPU crashing. And 100% of the time, or the game crashing itself, 100% of the time it's because they are on an Intel platform and they don't have the most recent BIOS. Hey, what's up, Mitch, man? How's it going? But this could have also been several different other things, so I don't know for sure. Because I know we built this recently, and we wasn't too long ago. So it had a pretty recent version of the BIOS since the game's come out, right? If I remember correctly. Probably not the same issue. All right, so we're going to be upgrading, side grading technically this, but with the 3D V-Cache, I feel like it's an upgrade to the ROG Strix X670E Wi-Fi, gaming Wi-Fi. Had to go with this board because of the amount of SSDs that he had in his system. Now I remember, and also this board I believe has the two USB 3.0 headers, and the XL has two USB 3.0 connections, if I remember correctly. That is one of the main reasons why I go with this board for the Evo XL. This definitely has one. I thought this one had two. And I'll have to double check. I thought this board had two. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll eat my words. That's why I picked this one. Yeah, picked it. Anyway, one of them has the dual USB 3.0. And I guess this is not the one. So we have a contact frame. We have a Ryzen 9 7950X 3D. We've got a RAM. We got our SSDs. We just got to throw this thing together now. About a year ago. Has it really been that long? It does not feel like it. Does not feel like that. I think you hooked me up and said October last year. Yeah. Did I? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible at this game. The memory game. Does not feel like it was that long ago. Do you want all the boxes for this one? It's called I'm getting old, buddy. Oh, thanks. I think you looked me up. Said October last year. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember even looking it up recently. That's how bad I... Can't even remember what chats I read. Jeez. So this CPU was used in a test system temporarily. Not a test system, but to test a motherboard. Or test a customer's CPU problem. Ended up not being the problem. So, I did use the CPU once, but it is brand new. It has like 0 hours on it. So that is why there is thermal paste on it. Max, get out of there. Just cleaning the CPU real quick. Hold on. Want it to look pretty. It's the same thermal paste, so it's not like the end of the world that we're going to be using. It's the same paste that we're going to be using today, which is the Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut Extreme. You'll see a little bit of pink. Alright, and then we'll remove thingamabobber. Max, you were not supposed to have puppy. All right, and if you ever need to remove this bracket that I'm going to put in here, you do have a wrench that's included. And then you'll also have the stock bracket as well in the hardware kit. You'll have that if you ever need it. I'm using a fancy wrench because I'm fancy. But there is a wrench that'll assist with removing it. Okay. CPU is installed. Next up, the RAM. And we're going to do A2B2 for this. Slide this over a little bit. And we have a grand total of, this is a DDR5 6000 CL30. This is AMD Expo certified, which is Trident Z5 Neo. There we go. This stuff is pretty good, especially for AMD systems. And it was running in an Intel system, which it can, but it's not always the best. In fact, if the board specifically does not support Expo, then it won't work. All right, and then next, we're going to put our C drive, which I believe is the 990 Pro, into the top slot, which is where it was on the previous board. Thought maybe I'd slide the board up so you guys could see. This board's fancy. It's got a nice heat spreader on the bottom with a thermal pad, or a thermal pad on the bottom, and a thermal pad on the top of this thing, which is our heat spreader. There we go. We got that 990 Pro in there. Now we'll get the rest of the Kingston drives, which are a mixture of 4 terabyte, 2 terabyte, and 1 terabyte. I don't know if it'll... it won't do it. Maybe it was. Nope. Camera will not focus on it. Okay. That'll be down here. So, mostly down here in this section. We'll probably want the 4 terabyte in this. 2 terabyte. Or 2 terabyte probably should go in this. And then our 1 terabyte here in this one. And then peeling these peels off these thermal pads can always be a pain in the butt. Poor Max. Just wants some airtime. It's not airtime, dude. He just wants to... He was actually going after Chloe's dinner. Our youngest daughter's dinner. Got left out somewhere where he could reach it. And he went to go get it, help himself. So he just had a buffet. Because nobody's over there to yell at him. So he's a smart dog. He takes advantage of the situations. He's like, hey, you know what? Dad's pretty busy right now. He won't pay attention to what's going on. You know, the girls are gone. They're not here right now. They're running around upstairs. So the entire downstairs is pretty much vulnerable. So he took advantage of that situation and got himself a healthy snack. I mean, all it was mostly is rice and chicken. So it's actually not terrible for a dog. In fact, if you're going to cook a home meal for your doggo, it should be a rice and a chicken balanced meal. Harry, peel the peel? Peel the peel? Nice. I love it when you go to peel a peel and the peel tab breaks. But this one up here broke. All right, and then the last thing that we want to do on this board before we try to put it in the case is we got to get the mounting brackets for the cooler in here. Because it is the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 420. You certainly have a lot of storage in there. Yes, he does. He does. Dave has plenty of storage. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of having to, like, download, install a game, and then want to play something else, but I run out of storage, so I have to uninstall that game to install another game. Hey, what's up? Gaming with Ant-Man. Hello. Welcome back to the Build Show. We're moving along here. All right, so let's go get our mounting brackets from the cooler, and then we'll get that mounted, and then I'll clean the power supply and the GPU. I'll blow that out, remove it from the bracket, and then we'll get the case out and start putting things in the case. We have a lot of fans to do because we're doing the Leon Lee fans, and they're all 140s, so it'll be a lot of fun. Seems I can't comment in live chat on my PC, don't know why. Well, that's kind of weird. Maybe try logging out and signing back in, or try checking to see if your browser's up to date. I know that sometimes YouTube and Google does weird stuff like that when your browser is not up to date. Or try a different browser. There's our AMD frame. Our AMD brackets. That's a heck of a deal, man. I picked up a 4 terabyte M.2. Holy smokes. 200 bucks? That is a deal. What brand is it? Out of curiosity. And make sure if you're in the Discord, post the link in Discord on the deals section. It was $233 with tax. Nice. Post that link for everybody in the Discord. That is a damn good deal. And I'm curious to see what brand it is. The case I wanted went up to $169. Newegg had it for on sale for $139. I actually found Tat. I did find the case that you were looking at on Amazon, but Amazon likes to do that, where if you have something in the cart and then it becomes available from Amazon Prime, they'll take the aftermarket or the other marketplace seller and dump them and force you to buy from the Prime, or try to force you to buy from the Prime. But the actual seller on Amazon that had it for $159 or $149, I think it was, something like that, $149, was Newegg. So you even, so by going to Newegg Direct, you save $10 more instead of trying to do it through Amazon. I meant to share that link with you. Okay, there we have it. We get our brackets installed now, so we're going to go ahead and clean the power supply and also the graphics card real quick. Give it a nice blow because it's got a little dust on it. We want to make sure it's clean going into the case. I mean, yeah, it's a little dusty. That's better for the power supply. And now let's remove the GPU from the bracket and we'll clean that, since we're not going to put it back in the bracket. I have no idea what just happened. It just kind of spontaneously fell apart. There we go. We got the bracket back together. Now let's give this a nice clean, shall we? I may go with the Corsair 7000D. Ooh. Okay. I bought the Montech King 95 Pro. What case is my next upgrade? Dual M.2 motherboard and case. I think if you like the 7000D, take a look at some of the newer Leon Lee cases, and also Montech's. But Fantex also has some pretty cool cases as well. 4080? Yes. Crucial Gen 3 for that SSD, by the way. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Everyone needs to check Newegg. Also, they are competitive with Amazon prices right now. That is because Amazon was beating them for a while. Yes, yes. Thank you for posting that. It almost looks brand new. We'll set that aside. Now we are ready to get that case out. One second. You're jamming something? Oh. Okay. Got to the case, guys. One more box flip. It was double box, which is good. Oh. Oh yeah, let's bump that. Sorry, brah. Sorry, camera. That's the problem with building with big cases. They're big. Whoa! And the static electricity is big. Hey, what's up, Luke? Hop on bar. Really hard to do when I'm building a PC. Not a rocket scientist, but I'm definitely not a woman, so I cannot multitask like that. What I can tell you, that is not happening. Plus, I'm kind of barred out. Bar's been kind of blah. Ugh. Ugh. Too many low-level, like, spoof accounts on there right now. All right. Getting these glass panels removed. Here, let me fix the camera after we knocked it out of its place. Should just pop. All right. So in addition to everything we're doing tonight, we also have to reverse this build. What does that mean? Well, that means instead of having everything viewed on the left side, we need to have it viewing on the right side. So up is down and down is up, basically, is what's going to happen with this build. And I hope I can do that in this case. I didn't think of that. I know with the Evo we can. This is the Evo XL, so we should be able to. I've just never done it in the Evo XL before. Da-da-da-da. Let's see. So we're going to do some instructional readings. So much static electricity that you're going to turn into a Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Saiyan? What? Cable holder installer. Remove the side fan bracket. Yep, we already know how to do that. I want to know how to rotate this bad boy. Aha! Reverse installation. Hot panel install, we already know that. Reverse. The reverse installation, reverse mode. Installation and mode inverse installation. I'm not going to go there with the other language. Remove the top panel. Remove the top fan bracket. Alright, remove the bottom fan bracket. Alright, so we've got some steps to do here. So we're going to reverse. We're going to be building this thing basically upside down is what it's going to feel like. But it's because we want the glass panel on the opposite side. So the first thing they said is remove the top panel here. This guy. Which, that's it. Hope I know what I'm doing. Remove the fan bracket. All right, do that. Done. Move the bottom fan bracket. Done. Flip the chassis and detach the bottom platform. Make sure the I/O module is removed beforehand. We're going upside down. Here we go. Remove the I/O panel first. What they said. We're gonna need to access this back panel. Oh boy. Lots of fun here. I don't even know. And yes, there are two USB 3.0s. There's only one on the freaking board, even though I thought this one came with two. I tried. All right, front I/O removed. That wasn't too difficult. Do. And the bottom chassis platform piece thing is removed. Whatever you want to call that. All right. Now it says, wait, which way's top and which one's the top and which one's the bottom now? I'm confused. This is top. Okay. Okay. This is our front. Is there anything else that we have to do? Is there any logo that's going to be upside down? I feel like there's going to be an upside down logo now. Everything's good. Officially gone reverse. This is gonna hurt my head, by the way. I'm only putting these brackets back in, even though I'm going to be pulling them back out, just for my sanity, since we're going upside down. My brain is already getting confused. What's wrong with the 7000D? Nothing, it's just a massive case. It's a massive case, that's all. I guess if you need the space, then definitely. I did a 7000D airflow case for, who was it? Who did I do that for? I did a couple of them, but one that I did that I really liked. Actually, both of them that I really liked. They're on my YouTube channel. I'd have to dig them up. There's that old man thing going on again. Oh, yeah, I know. I never watched Dragon Ball. That's why I don't know what that term is. Oh, so much static electricity. Yeah, that's where that comment came from. Gotcha. Yeah, I've never been a Dragon Ball fan. Not that I don't like it, it's just never got into it. Just turned the instructions upside down, nailed it. That's pretty much what I did. Pretty much what we did here. The case is so big, it's coming in right here. When my hand touches it, it's like, ooh, there I am. Oh, look at me. I'm peekaboo. All right, so we got our top back on. Now we got to put the bottom back on, hopefully the right way. So let's flip it back up, upside down, upside right down. It should. Keyword is should. Not. There we go. Slide into place. All right. Now we have a backwards build. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. We're upside down. That's how easy it is to do it in the Evo cases. Now we have the opposite build. We probably could have built this thing right side up, except for the AIO. The bottom and top fans, the bottom and the top radiator would have had been changed. But we probably could have built it upside down and then just reversed it. Yeah, I wish there was a way to somehow reverse the motherboard, because now the motherboard is going to be upside down. That's the only change. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Loving my monster. All the power I ever wished for that I wished for at very cool temps. Awesome. I hope it's doing good. And do they make splitters? Yes, they do make splitters for the 3.0 that you can run 2 off of one slot. The problem is you're sharing the bandwidth off of that one header. So let's say you have 4 USB thumb drives plugged into 4 USB 3.0 headers off of that have 2 USB 3.0 connections. They go to that splitter. You are going to be sharing the bandwidth of 4, which is only meant for 2. Does that make sense? So it'll be slow if you're utilizing all 4 of them. So that's a downside to doing that. Also, the power draw. You're drawing power in all 4 of those slots. That it was only meant to support 2. So you could either not have enough power in 2 of the ports or damage your motherboard when it's trying to draw too much. It is awesome. We're building an upside down build right now. Basically, your build, except upside down. I need to remember to add that as a option with the build request. Is what side is the PC going to face? So then I can decide what side the glass should be on. Is the PC on the right or the left? And that would be a pretty cool feature to add. If you're just using for a mouse and keyboard, should be fine though, yeah? Yeah, it should be. That doesn't draw a lot of power unless it's one of those super fancy RGB keyboards. Yeah, is that it? Other than the IO? I think that's it. Other than the IO. We have to go back upside down, guys. Finish this. That does move. That is cool. Smart people over at Lee and Lee. That is for sure. Dimple. I love it. Take the time to straighten those out. Wait a second. No way. That's even cooler than I thought. But they make it so that you could reroute these. We can reroute it. All right. This is actually not in the instructions, FYI. We're just going the extra mile here. That's our theme. Oh, so much better. Look at that. That is engineering by Leon Lee. Some smart dude thought of that. Okay, yeah, if we need to fix that, I could come up with a solution. Just it would not be something that I would have available done tomorrow then. Let me take a wee peeky. Hold on. All right. So there is one adapter that I would use. It's on Amazon. It wouldn't get here until Monday. If you wanted me to pick it up and put it in. So that would be the downside. Now, your front panel, just so we're clear, there's 4 USB 3.0 ports. 2 of them would not work. You'd have 2 fully functional USB 3.0 and a USB-C. The 2 here, we'll say, won't work. I'll try to make sure that those are the 2, or whatever. But 2 of the ports out of the 4 on the front will not work without that adapter. I was almost positive that this motherboard had 2 3.0 ports. And that bugs the crap out of me because I thought I specifically covered that when we were picking out the board. So I apologize. There must be a revision on this board or something. I know I've done this exact board in an XL that had 2 USB 3.0 headers. This is the gaming. This is the Gaming E. So funny enough, the 870 version of this board has two, but this one does not. So I don't know where I messed that up. You don't mind not having two of the slots. Like I said, I only ever have two things plugged into the front anyway. If I ever use a thumb drive, I go to the back. Yeah, and we can always just add that cable if we need to expand on it. It's like $17 or $19 on Amazon, and it would be relatively quick to plug in, and if you needed me to, I could even drive out to your house and just plug it in for you. Not that big of a deal. All right, so now that we got our front panel set, now we get to build a build upside down. So let's go ahead and put the motherboard in. Oh, this. I know it's madness. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, I would not try to do blindfolded. Where are we at? 11:19. We spent an hour that. Wow. I guess for upside down builds, I'll have to charge more. Spend way more time on it. Xbox controller soundbar and all the USB LMO, sorry, soundbar. Lucky my monitor has USB slots, and I run RGB strips on the back of the monitors from there. Yeah, you just gotta be careful about that with those RGB strips, because they like to draw a ton of power. Whatever they're plugged into, they usually burn out quick. Not the RGB strips, but the USB ports. As long as they're quality, then it should be fine. Aha! I found a problem with Linus's screwdriver. The head is too thick and won't fit in this hole. So that sucks. There we go. Now what? I'm so upside down, I don't know what to do. Crucial P3 4 terabyte. PCI Gen 4 3D NAND. M.2 5000 megabytes is $199. Link posted in Discord. Chat, thank you. I think Gaming with Ant-Man also posted it in the bar chat. I think that's the one he was talking about for 200 bucks, 4 terabytes. That is actually a very good deal. All right. Oh. It's so upside down. Where am I? What am I doing? I don't know. What day is it? I don't know. I'm so upside down. Uh-oh. Here's an upside down problem. Our HD audio isn't going to reach. Haha! Bet Liam Lee didn't think of that one. So our HD audio cable does not reach. Interesting. Hope our power button does. That's another problem. You happen to use the HD audio port on the front panel. Hey, I'm back. Welcome back. We're building a PC upside down right now. So the HD audio cable is not going to reach. They give us an no. Look at that. Leon Lee is still smart. They do give you an extension cable. Somebody really smart thought of that too. All right, front panel stuff plugged in. We're good to go there. So now we can mount our AIO and start working on the fans. Actually, let's do the AIO last and work on the fans. So I want to make sure I can get to all the headers, because all the headers are up here. It's going to be upside down, remember? You would think they would have an extension for that kind of thing. They do. They did. I just didn't look. It was in the box. I had a feeling they did. I just, like I said, I never did an Evo XL. The Evo, it's long enough, because this case is taller. All right. And we also have to be very mindful about the airflow now. So this is intake down here at the bottom. That's exhaust at the top. This is exhaust, that's intake. So it's still the same, it's just fucking with my head. I don't get to do reverse builds very often, guys. Air, So we are going with the reversed blades for the Unifan SL Infinity 140s for the bottom, for the side, for the rear, and I believe for the top too. Right? So they're all Lian Li fans, right? Spend half the time trying to open these boxes. Nice. Yes. Nice. Be easy. Do. Alright, now that we've got all that done, now we get to peel the peels. There's one. And here's two. Nice. AMD 7900 XT GPU for $600. Good deal. Not bad. Not bad. $600 on that is not bad. Thinking of upgrading my 3080 soon. Well, if you're gonna upgrade a graphics card, time would have been about a month ago. Things are starting to get more expensive as NVIDIA inventory deplenishes. And they stopped the production of the 4090 and the 4080, which means their inventory just disappears at this point with no new inventory coming in. Until, guessed it, until they release the 5090. Which, as you know, NVIDIA is very greedy, and they may sit there and take their time. So it may not happen right away. Means all remaining inventory is going to go up in price, which means the better time to buy a GPU was a month ago. AMD inventory is probably going to stay the same or close to it for a little bit. But yeah, the 7900 XT at $600 is a pretty good deal, and it's a great card. Would recommend that card. Alright, now, need to peel the peels. Peels have been peeled. Peels have been broken. Alright, moving on to the side fans. Oh. Wait, I just in here, right? Yeah. Looks right. So I'm going to cheat, and I'm not even going to pull that bracket out. I'm just going to throw it in like this. Straight in. Cheat a little bit. Try to speed this up. Pretty late. I didn't realize it was going to take this long to get through this build. Kind of half expected it to not take this long. Now, you technically don't have to put all of the screws in that I'm doing. You could probably get away with like 2 in the middle and 2 on each of the ends. It would be fine, but because I'm building it, I'm going to finish it right. So it has all the support. It also could possibly create vibration noises if you don't put all 4 screws in. Just an FYI's. I honestly don't know if I will go with NVIDIA again. I don't need all the encoding extras with NVIDIA, and I don't use ray tracing, so I'm study hard on these AMD cards. Yeah, no, the 7900 XTX, or I'm sorry, the 7900 XT is a great card. My buddy's got one, and he loves it. It literally, he throws anything at it, and it plays it, and it plays it very nicely. So, definitely a solid card. I personally was planning to go with that AMD card, but I decided not to for the time being because, well, I don't really need the horsepower, and what else? And I do take advantage of the encoder. So, the encoding. So that's the only like holdback for me. Is definitely the streaming part. Although I don't really stream and game at the same time as much anymore. So, not as much. Now I just mostly do build streams, but still. Do a lot of video editing. Oops. Back in there. Sir. Then we want these 2 to go back. I want to get as much stuff plugged in as I can before I put this AIO in, because it's going to become a nightmare after the fact. all are not familiar with the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3, it is a super thick, very thick. The other thing I didn't take account of is the fact that all the fans are going to be up here. Shit. I actually need to go down there. Now that I think about it. Because of this. Okay, oh, pump's gonna. This is going to be it. I can say. Okay. Well, we don't have to worry about EPS cables once we put the AIO in, but we have to worry about everything else up there. It's so upside down. Hey, what's up, McDumper? Bro's locked in right now. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm locked in on this build right now. It's an upside down build. Very upside down. But, yeah, I'll probably jump on after the build. Maybe a couple of games, if y'all are still on. We'll see. Yet. It all depends on how late the build goes. Honestly wanted to get some PUBG in. Right. That would be dope. Alright, where's our AIO? Where'd it go? Alright, so our magical AIO, we're going to be putting in backwards, upside down. We're going to be removing these fans because we have 3 Are you stupid? We are not doing that. I fucked up. How did I screw this up? That's a 420, right? Yeah. So I don't know if you're still on here or not, Dave, but I got a problem. I have 3 120 millimeter fans for the AIO. I do not have 3 140 millimeter fans for the AIO, which these are 140s. I don't know if I screwed up or if they just sent me the wrong one. But I'm going to have to go get 3 140s. Let me see if they have them at Micro Center. Okay. Do I play Warzone? No, I do not play. I do, but I'm not very good at it. I'm not as like sweaty as I used to be, so I definitely don't do very good. Although I probably am pretty good. I don't know. I feel like I'm terrible at it, but usually walk out with 10 plus kills in a rebirth match. So I guess you could call that average. Anyway, Dave, if you're still on here watching, Micro Center does have the fans, because I have the wrong fans here. I have Lian Li 120s. I don't know why. I got to go back through and figure out if that's what they shipped me or if that's what I ordered. But I somehow made that mistake, and I don't know how I did that. But, or how it all ended up being 120 here when it was supposed to be all 140. Wow, so sad. Dave left, Ben. Thanks, Luke. Thanks. But the problem is, I can proceed with the build and replace the fans, but that means I have to take the AIO out. So I'd rather pause the build, go get the fans tomorrow, put the right fans in that you ordered, and then, you know, give you the right product. So it just means I'm not going to have this ready tomorrow morning. I'm going to have this probably ready late in the evening tomorrow. So we're kind of stuck. I don't want to keep doing the build if I just have to take the radiator out, save some time, when I'm just going to go get the fans and put them on here tomorrow. So I could run to Micro Center probably around early afternoon and pick up the fans. And then from there, or late afternoon, because I got a doctor's appointment. But either way, I could get the fans tomorrow. I can install them. I can have it ready, but it probably won't be ready until later in the evening. I am sorry about that. That is on me. Or on the person who shipped me the wrong fans, if that was the case. Which I don't know. I have to go back and look. Either way, I have the wrong fans here. To make it right, I have to go to Micro Center and pick up the right fans. Which they thankfully do have them in stock. and I just placed the order just now for pickup. So all I got to do is run in there, give them my card, and drive back. So I got to go there anyway to pick up a CPU that was in stock, and then I got an email today saying it was back ordered when it said it was already shipped, which was weird. But thankfully Micro Center has it in stock for $20 more, but it's in stock. So that's where we're at. We're kind of stuck. So Dave, if you are still watching this, I am sorry, and I will we'll just be a little bit later tomorrow than anticipated, but I will still have it ready tomorrow. It's gonna be a little bit later. But with that being said, we're gonna have to wrap this up because we're stuck. Because, well, these 120 fans aren't gonna fit. We needed the 120 pack though, anyway, with the... I don't know why I did that. I think I'm stupid. Maybe I did it for the controller. I meant to order the 3 extra and then just have these 3. I don't know. Don't know what I was thinking. Or if it just got shipped wrong. He just wants to play PUBG, Dave. No, that's not why. I would totally finish this build. I've gone later than this. We are just in a situation where I have the wrong fans, and if I put this AIO in, I'm just gonna have to pull it back out to put the new fans in. And I don't want to have to do that, honestly, because I've already spent a lot of time on this build. So the right thing for me to do is go get the right fans that he ordered to make sure they're on here. So it's just gonna add, it's just not gonna be ready at 5 o'clock when he was probably thinking about coming to get it tomorrow, because I think he works. But yeah, I mean, the build's almost done. Honestly, all we have to do is the fans on the AIO, put the AIO in, mount the AIO block to the CPU, put the GPU in, put the power supply in, put the rear fan on. I guess we could do that. And then we're pretty much done. There's not a whole lot more to do here, other than firing it up and making sure Windows doesn't have a freakout session because we just changed motherboards and platforms. But we will have to deal with drivers and stuff. That's actually going to be super fun. I didn't think of that. Asus Armored Crate's probably going to have a freakout session, because we just went from an Asus Z790 to an Asus X670E. So I feel like Asus Armored Crate's gonna have a freak out session beyond all belief, so I'm gonna probably just rip it out and reinstall it. I think that's what I'll have to do. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're stuck. We're stuck here until, I wonder if I want to make that, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, I almost want to make that 120 I want to make that intake, honestly, because if you think about this, the bottom is going to be intake, and then if this is exhaust, it's just going to be drawing hot or cool air right outside the back of the build, and then the cool air is not going to get up to the GPU and the CPU. So I think in this reverse situation, we'd want this fan to be reversed, which would mean, again, because I wasn't told we were going to be doing this reverse build until earlier this evening after we ordered all the parts, but that means this 120 should have been a reversed fan. So I will check Micro Center to see if they have a reversed 120 while I'm at it, because I want to make that intake, exhaust. Yeah, that sounds right. Don't let Ben lie to you. Just kidding. Yeah. Now, I would totally finish this build. So that's where we're at, guys. we're kind of stuck. So I'm gonna just say I'm done for tonight. We're done. We're gonna sit here and think about what we did, learn from our mistakes, and make it right tomorrow when Micro Center is open. And I'll be thanking Micro Center for having the stuff in stock, and the fact that we have a Micro Center right next door, 30 minutes away. No, I know, just messing with. I know you are. I feel bad. I feel terrible. Usually I don't do these types of mistakes. When was the last time you guys saw me live on stream with the wrong hardware at the wrong place? I don't want to blame. It was probably me. It was probably me. I was probably thinking, oh, let's just grab the 3-pack because it's got the controller, because we need a controller to control all these rather than buying individual fans because it's a better deal to buy it in the pack. And somewhere down the line, my brain said, hey, dummy, didn't say, should I say, hey, dummy, they're 140s, they're not 120s, and that's where I think I made the mistake. So I was trying to be cheeky and cool, and I done it up. Because when you do buy these individual fans, they do not come with a controller. You have to buy that separately, and those generally are never, ever, ever, ever available anywhere. They're always out of stock. So the only way you could really get a controller is if you buy a pack of 3. So I think that's where I was trying to be cheeky and cool, and I screwed it up because I forgot we're doing a 420mm AIO in my head, even though I wrote it down and quoted it and talked about it. Bruh. I'll be hosting Discord stream when I do my build, so you can laugh at me. Yeah, I'll join. Yeah, make sure you link that to our Discord. Send me the link when you do that, or add me. And then if you need me to jump in your Discord and walk you through some stuff, I can. I'll try to make sure I'm available for that. Just let me know when you're doing it. Give me like at least a couple days of heads up. Okay, Dave, this is where we're at. We're stuck. I'm gonna go to Micro Center tomorrow and I will get the right fans and I will put the right fans in and I'll try to refire up the stream after I just told my daughter I would not be streaming tomorrow. Damn it. So we'll probably do it earlier. That way we can just get this done for him. Okay, guys? Sorry, Dave. I screwed it up. It'll be on a Sunday or a Monday. Yeah, it should be fine. I mean, I do typically stream Mondays, but right now we have some really light builds. We don't have a ton of them, so I should be able to do it. Hey, Kansas Activation, thanks for the subscribe over there. I'm sorry, Kansas Aviation Activation. I'm old and I'm tired. Don't judge me. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow when I get the right fans. I'll go live and I'll finish this build for y'all. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night. Shot myself in the foot this time.